Hello, teacher and everyone. This is a presentation on a study on chromatic consonant minimal pair F and B, a group 4. Our group has 5 members, including Lê Thị Liễu as a leader, and Hồ Thị Linh, Quế Diệu Khánh, Đặng Thị Quế, and Phan Thị Khánh Nguyên. And I am Hồ Thị Linh. Now I present part 1, reason. Next slide. In Vietnam, although English is a foreign language that has been included in the curriculum from a very early age, most students do not really pay attention to pronunciation, but only focus on grammar. With such a way of learning English at the high school level, most students when going to learning university have very poor pronunciation, leading to serious consequences when learning to listen, speak, and communicate skill because of the above reason. It's important to find out the current status of English pronunciation of students and the more effective method of self-studying English pronunciation so as to propose solutions to strengthen and improve the learning and development method of English pronunciation for students. According to the official report of the Ministry of Education and Training, non-specialized university students who want to graduate must have a level 3 English certificate according to the sixth level foreign language competency framework for Vietnam, equivalent to B1 CEFR and IELTS 4 to 4.5. While major students must achieve level 5 of Vietnamese language competency framework, equivalent to C1 CEFR and IELTS 6 to 7. However, observing the survey on the IELTS test shows that low learner speaking skill always have lower scores than other skills. The reason for this is that pronunciation corrections are difficult to practice and Vietnamese people often have problem pronunciation minimal pair. One of them has sound F and V to help learner improve this situation. Our team has chosen this topic. The next presentation is Đặng Thị Quế.
Now I will present about finding and reasons. After analyzing 30 recordings of students, our team found that all students majoring in physics and English pedagogy surveyed ranged from 19 to 24, mostly all have 11 years of experience in learning English, but their frequency of listening and speaking English is very low, and 98% of the students have not attended any pronunciation course. About finding sound F, 83.3% of the total 30 students was selected for the survey, mispronouncing the F sound. In the worst wife, they are pronouncing this sound forgotten consonant. In the worst friend, there are 76.7% have problem pronouncing this sound. In this case, the percentage of students who mispronounce the sound F has decreased, but it is still not significant. Most of the students have a breath sound when pronouncing, but F is silent consonant. In the word for, 80% pronounce is poorly and fairly. When pronouncing, we must unwind by student and tone. And about finding the sound V is the percent of the total 30 students mispronounce the V sound. 96.6% of the students have problem with this sound in the word drove, similar to the S in wife. They omitted the sound V because it is loud consonant. In the word have, there are 70.7% mispronounce when pronouncing. They haven't pushed air out that haven't created a vibration in the larynx and have made a V sound. Sound V in the word span. There are 63.4 of students mispronounce this sound. The percentage of students who mispronounce the sound V in these words decreased compared to the previous two words. However, it is a still larger number. Sound V in the word vehicle. 86.6% of study students mispronounce. They haven't pushed and air outflow has not vibrated the vocal cords. Students tend to pronounce F and V quite similarly. Sound F and V are quite similar to each other in the way of taking a breath and the way of placing the position of the lip and teeth when pronouncing. So most students pronounce these two sounds the same when they act as final consonant. And now let's come to video game to explore the next part.
According to observation and survey, the rate of student pronouncing F and V is very high. Its F consonant wide is the mid-pronoun word with the high rate, 93.4%, and its consonant V rates have up to 96.6% of pupils pronounce incorrectly. Most students mispronounce because everyone have not taken any pronunciation class. So the poor Vietnamese pronunciation has not been improved, and there is no habit of looking up the phonic character of word. Partly due to the way of teaching at school, teachers may teach grammar, don't forget on listening skills, so many students learn the wrong way, leading to childhood habit without pronunciation and lack of knowledge about pronunciation in English. Especially, some students have taken course on English pronunciation practice, but they don't regularly practice reading and listening. Their level is still low and there are many mistakes. In particular, students don't understand what vowel and void. How is it different? The rest of verb position and non-writing make it even more different in the process of record 30 voice. We combine in observation of small sets. Students have a low rate of pronunciation mainly due to incorrect placement of turnet and breath. For the F sound, the tone relates in the oral cavity, lip, and moon tone is either the right, put, and the other is not. But the student have a slight or strong breath, and some words are slower in the last syllable. At for the V sound, it's the same as the F sound, except the outflow is higher to vibrate the vocal cord. The sound is about problem. Let's learn together with Fan.
I will talk about solution. First is suggestion for learners. Practice pronunciation according to the EPI table. English phonetic Latin character put together to form a reading for words. This is a symptom of phonetic symbols created and used by linguists to represent English syllables, including consonants and vowels in English. Accurately and separately. Tone Twitter are long string of words that are difficult to say quickly. Words in Tone Twitter are often now the same alliteration. The purpose of Tone Wheel Twitter is to help us flag the most goal of the tone wheel. Practicing speaking tone wheel Twitter is also an effective way to help you pronounce its words correctly. Because when we say a tone wheel sentence, we will have to pay attention to every detail and see the difference in pronunciation in words that sound alike. Apply Shadow's technique to practice English pronunciation. Shadow wins is a technique of imitating the sound, thread, and the intonation of native speakers right after listening to them pronounce. Shadows will help you develop an aspect of speaking, including pronunciation, prosody, and rhythm. You readily English learning apps like Elsa Speak, Case Enjoy English, Say It English pronunciation to practice more about correct pronunciation. Next is suggestion for teacher. Use method and techniques. Method emphasize a specific method doing a job or practice. In other words, when it comes to method, we will imagine a science that need to be followed to perform an operation. When talking about a specific method, rules, mandatory, step-by-step, or scientifically proven real methods. When referring to works or methods that require specialized technique, we will use each work. Accordingly, technique emphasize how to proceed thanks to previously learned or trained skill. Combine phonics and repeat and shadow. Shadow methods is a pronunciation practice combined with listening practice, research, and aptitude and stammering. The traditional repeat method will help learners to practice pronunciation of each short, small, easy passage, but it is not powerful enough and lacks continue between segments. So learners still have difficulties when faced with problems. Ongoing conversation. When combined with the speech shadow methods, the speech and shadow method combination help learners practice listening and understanding simple conversation. Provides to the level automatically upshot and actively intonation, rhythm, and emotional of native speaker through repeat listening. Like is Lady Liu.
After survey, we found that before Brexit, up to 81.1% of you make mistake with the F sound and the word. That often makes mistake are fans for web, but after being guided by us to learn in the way that we set out, the number of you mispronouncing the F sound and decreased to 39.5% of commonly mispronounced words such as fan for web has decreased a lot. The next line. Similarly, before practicing up to 80.8% of you are making mistake with the V sound and the word. That often makes mistake I have vehicle, vans, drove. But after being guided by me to earn in the way I mentioned, as a result, the number of you mispronouncing F, pronouncing V has decreased to 30.6% of common mispronounced words such as have, vehicle, vans, drove has decreased a lot. And so the training plan we propose are commonly effective, and some of the error and codes that we have learned are commonly correct. Hope if you have
future language learner. And the last one, some quote that we have written. Thank you for listening.